Hey, this is Greg. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining. So wake up. It's midnight. Yes, it is midnight. And guess what? We're going to go flying in a helicopter over Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Strip, and we'll see what that's like. This is a touristy thing that a lot of people do, but a lot of people can't afford it. So here's a little video of what it's like.
All right, so here we go. We've lifted off. It looks a little bit like we're just in a car because you can see the concrete underneath us, but we actually are in the helicopter and we're about a couple feet off the ground. So we're literally just flying forward, and the reason why we're not higher than this is because we're right over the runway here. So we've lifted off from the airport, but we're following the runway that the airplanes use down to the end, and then we'll start lifting off right as you come up towards Tropicana and the Strip. So we're at the south end of the Strip. And now we're up a little bit, so we've reached a few hundred feet elevation. You can see off to the left there Mandalay Bay and the Luxor Pyramid there. Beyond that, we'll fly over Excalibur, and because this was a few years ago, the Tropicana was still in existence, so we're going straight above the Tropicana right now. That's that white building right there. And then MGM Grand is just beyond. That's the green one. And I didn't bother to use any kind of image stabilization on this video. I thought let's just leave it the way it is. When you're in a helicopter, it is a little bit bumpy. And you can start to see that in some of the video here. And you can see off to the very left there, you can see a little bit of the Paris Hotel, the Eiffel Tower. Bellagio just went past. This was also before the Sphere and before the Ferris wheel, the big wheel, Ferris wheel was in place. So you're not going to see those, which is right about where we're at now, but they don't exist yet. You got Venetian, and then we're coming up on the Wynn and the Encore. A little bit off in the distance, that white one is Circus Circus, which is still around, one of the oldest casinos on the Strip. And that was still the Hilton, and it's now the Westgate. Another old classic old Las Vegas casino. And of course, this is Stratosphere, the tallest tower in Las Vegas. Still a great place to go for their observation deck. And now as we continue heading north, you're going to start to see a part of downtown Las Vegas coming over that, which is, of course, the original place of some of the oldest casinos in Las Vegas. And now we're making a big U-turn, essentially, right above Las Vegas downtown, and some of the casinos and hotels that are literally right below us right now. And now we're heading back south again, so we'll see the Strip from the other side, back around the Stratosphere Tower again. I get a good view of the Circus Circus. And then the Mirage, which is no longer open, undergoing renovations to become a brand new hotel and casino with a big guitar hotel tower in front. Here's the Bellagio, so you can see that's right below us, and then those purple buildings with the purple on it there, that's the Cosmopolitan. You got Planet Hollywood across the street. Paris Hotel with the Eiffel Tower. Going past now Aria. The Monte Carlo, which is now the Park MGM. And then we have New York, New York. Excalibur. The Luxor Pyramid again, and then Mandalay Bay there towards the end. Now, where we're at now is right over Interstate 15. If you were to follow this all the way, you'd go all the way to LA. But instead, we're going to take this swooping left turn because the airport is a little bit east of us and we were heading south. So now we're going to make a turn back over the strip. It's like a big S-shaped curve. So we turned left. And now we're going to make another turn to the right as we're descending. And that's pretty much where we're going to land, right back at the airport.
And that was it. Little short, little sweet, but lots of fun. Definitely a trip of a lifetime. All right, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button, and if you really like it, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll have more videos for you coming up.